My wife cheated on me with my father, and now that he's gone, she's begging to come back to me. My wife and I met during high school, and we instantly connected. She always had an impulsive personality, which I particularly loved. Especially during our teenage years, we had many heated arguments about serious issues, and we broke up several times. One of those times was when my mother divorced my father because she had caught him cheating with a much younger woman. This obviously devastated me, and when I sought support from my then-girlfriend, she told me she couldn't see me because she was going to a concert and didn't want that negative vibe around her. Despite all this, we stayed together and got married about 2 years ago. We don't have children, and I'm the sole breadwinner, so my wife had a lot of free time, which she mostly spent watching videos on social media. During this time, I had cut off contact with my father because of what he had done. However, one day, my wife told me that she had talked to him because she had found his profile on a social network and didn't understand why I had severed ties with him. She suggested that I should meet up with him since he was now in our city. She already knew everything my father had done, so this led to an argument in which I called him a traitor who didn't deserve me in his life, while she argued that it was just a mistake that didn't influence me, so I shouldn't be petty and should reconnect with him. After much discussion, I left the house to clear my head. About 2 hours later, when I returned, I saw a strange car in front of my house. Upon entering, I found my father and my wife sitting on the couch, laughing. When they saw me, my father turned serious, and my wife came over to me, smiling, saying that she had called him, and we should reconcile. I was embarrassed, so I had to accept it, and we spent about an hour in a very uncomfortable atmosphere. After that, my wife would invite my parents to our house repeatedly every week, go out with him on some weekends, and often visit his home. She claimed she was just forming a connection with her father-in-law, and I had no reason to suspect her because she never showed any signs of wrongdoing. But of course, one day I found out when I came home early. She just laughed at me and said she had chosen the wrong fruit from the tree but had now found the right one and wasn't letting go. Her entire family disowned her, all her friends abandoned her, and basically, she had no one left. After the divorce, my wife went to live with my father, and apparently, they had plans to get married, even going as far as quitting the job she had to live off him. However, ironically, one day, an ex-girlfriend of my father messaged him, and, of course, my father abandoned my ex-wife to be with her. My ex-wife had no money to rent an apartment since she was solely dependent on my father in an unfamiliar city with a tainted history. She had to stay in a shelter for months. She told me all of this when she called me later, saying she regretted it and wanted to come back to me, that she would be the best wife she could be, and we could overcome all of this. I simply told her that I had already moved on and that she shouldn't call me because I no longer felt anything for her. She continues to send me messages and try to call me, but I don't answer. I'm not sure if I'm wrong for this or if I should give her a chance, but honestly, I feel she deserves everything she's going through.